Hey everyone, hope you guys are all doing well. I'm going to do a collective reading. We're going to see what you guys need to know right now. Keep in mind it's general, all right? It could be past, present, or future. You're going to know best how this resonates for you, all right? Now, before I get into the tarot, there's this energy here. It's a feeling of like cross-examination, okay? It feels like, how should I say this? It's like when you feel this pressure to have to constantly defend yourself or constantly prove yourself, but not even that as much as it's like when you get to the point of it being annoying. Okay, so the way that it came through is like a cross-examination, like that kind of a feeling where you feel like you've been victimized in a situation, all right, or you've been hurt in some sort of way, and then you have somebody's defense attorney that's like cross-examining you, and they just keep going in on you and asking you this and asking you that and asking you this, and you feel like you have to keep explaining yourself. But like I said, this feeling that's coming in isn't I want to explain myself as much as it's like the annoyance that it just keeps persisting, all right? So this could relate to a lot of things. I mean, this could be in a relationship, this could be in a job setting, this could be really any kind of a situation, all right? You'll know what this is, but for some reason, I feel drawn today, and I haven't done this in a very long time, to this deck, my Divine Feminine Oracle deck, all right? Because I feel like there's a message in here when it comes to this energy, all right? So let's just see what Spirit wants to tell us today. It's like that feeling of like you keep explaining yourself, but you feel like no one believes you, all right? And I don't really know right now, like we'll see in the tarot when it comes out, if that's actually the case, or if this is like a projection. Like, if anything, it feels more that there's this energy hovering around of this defense attorney energy, okay? It doesn't have to be actual court case or anything like that, but this person's energy is that of a cross-examiner that like just keeps trying to pick you apart, or puts everything that you do or everything that you say under a microscope, and is always trying to, like, you know, it's and that's that feeling. It's like you feel like you're sitting there and like someone's constantly trying to poke at you or discredit what you're saying, or it's, you know, and it's really kind of a nasty practice. I gotta be honest, it's a pretty nasty practice of trying to almost like intimidate or break down the victim. Like if you're seeing it in this kind, it's just the energy of the example, right? It's like trying to break the person down because of this other energy that's trying to, you know, almost intimidate you in a way. So what's the message here? I feel that there's a message in this deck here. Ooh, that was a lot. Okay, we're gonna just take the top because that was too many. The bottom is Lalita, the red goddess. Playfulness is a spiritual power. Laughter leads me back to the light. Yeah, it could feel like it's hard to find laughter at this time, all right? Maybe could feel a lot of pressure. Let's see, we have Green Terra, the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs me of every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. I like that. All right, so I'm gonna read from my book. If you don't wanna hear me read, then you can skip ahead, but I'm gonna see what this card means. 113, 1-1. You could be seeing 1-1 a lot. All right, let's see, Green Tarot, here she is. So When your soul selects her card, Green Terra is that sacred nudge to get moving, to do what it is that your soul compels you to do. Don't sit with an idea or a project any longer. Take action on it. Don't think about a friend who keeps coming into your heart. Go bring her dark chocolate or send her a love letter. Don't wait to express your love to someone you've needed to. Go now. Tell the truth. And that's the thing. That's what I was kind of getting. Is like you want to tell the truth. Like you want to go and you want to tell the truth. But you feel like it's not being received, maybe. All right. Let your feet be moved by what has been caged within you. Let your wisdom shift into inspired action. Terra is the message that the time for action is now. There's nothing to wait for and no person you need to become before doing what you've come here to do. Start small. And that's interesting because it feels like you feel like you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? This feels more, the energy today feels more about like the opposition of it, right? It's like you feel caged maybe because you feel like you are doing what you need to do, or you are doing what you're being called to do, or you're speaking your truth. But you might feel a lot of opposition with that, all right? So let the soul lead, not the ego. It's not the grandeur of the gesture or the effort. It's the amount of love something is done with that ever matters. There are so many injustices in the world, so much suffering, that it's easy to get stuck in the molasses of helplessness. That's exactly, you might feel helpless, right? That's really it. It's like, that's very interesting. The brilliant Burmese diplomat Aung San Suu Kyi, okay, please forgive me if I pronounce that wrong, says, if you're feeling helpless, help someone. Green Terra is about aligning what moves us to tears with compassion and action. She's the push to do something, anything that might alleviate the suffering of others. In the process of taking action with love and from love, we also liberate ourselves. Okay, very interesting. So that makes me feel like it's kind of a collective thing, right? So many injustices in the world, so much suffering. It's easy to get stuck in the molasses of helplessness. Yeah, and it's interesting that she's talking about helping others, right? Because I feel like in the energy that I feel right now in this like cross-examination, when you feel like you're under the microscope, or you feel like you're being like pointed at and looked at, you feel helpless because you feel like no one believes you, or you feel like nobody is helping, or nobody's gonna come to your aid, right? So that's almost like a call to the, the collective of helping each other. But I feel like that's where this tricky energy comes from. Because it's almost like you're asking for help, but you don't feel like it's being received. And then in this card, she's talking about when you help others, you liberate yourself. And that's a very interesting like combination right there, because you might feel like nobody is helping you, all right? But like I said, I don't even know if that's really the case, or if it's this energy of like this cross-examiner that is so predominant right now, it feels so heavy that it's maybe even meant to make you feel helpless. There could be someone around you that really wants to make you feel helpless or alone, or like you're no one's gonna believe you. Like it feels. So let's see what the message is today, guys. What is it that Spirit? What are you trying to tell the collective with the Green Terra? What action is there to take here? Life, the Aces. Look at this. Wow, the Ten of Wands. Wow, this sums up exactly what I'm feeling. So we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, lies. Okay. Now, I don't know if you feel like you have to defend yourself against lies. Exactly, look at that. And this is so crazy. Look at this. Okay, 7-7. But this, I'm going to put this 7 of Pentacles down because this is how you feel right now. You feel like you have to constantly defend yourself against lies, right? But 7-7 being here shows me that that's actually not, it's actually not what you think it is. It's actually not how you maybe perceive it to be, okay? Because it's really given me this cross-examiner energy is so dominant that it's making you feel this way, okay? Maybe this is even what they're trying to get out of you. It's like somebody is trying to make you feel like you constantly have to defend yourself against lies. Okay, so that's very interesting that that comes out that way. But it's here with 7-7. So, you know, use your discernment. Something isn't what you think it is. So what is it then? All right, because you feel really burdened. You feel like a burden. It feels heavy. The weight I feel like that you feel is that this constant like, what do I have to defend myself against now? What are they going to come up with now? What's the new plan now? What are they trying to say now? It's like, it's annoying. It's annoying. Like that feeling is super annoying, right? Okay, so tell me about this. Tell me about this, the lies here, the Ace of Swords in reverse. The Ace of Wands. Oh my God, Spirit. Thank you, Holy Angels. I know that you're here. Judgment. Yeah, Spirit guides are definitely here. All right, look at this. The Eight of Swords. It's exactly like what I just read with the Oracle. Feeling caged. Feeling caged, all right? It's like you might feel like you can't, like the Ace of Wands is in the reverse. It almost feels like you feel like you can't take action because you feel caged, because it's like you're under the microscope, right? It's like you might feel like everything that you do is going to be like someone's going to try and weaponize it against you, or somebody's going to try and create a lie about it, or it's like it's really a constricting energy of like who the hell is this person that's like constantly trying to pick everything apart? Because I do feel like there is someone there. But also in the message is like, you know, I feel like this person is like wanting you to do this. It's like they want you to feel like you're being cross-examined, but I feel like you don't even have to give into that. Like it's not even necessary in a way. Let's see. Five of Wands in reverse. Overcoming conflict, no fighting, solving a problem, taking the high road. All right, Seven of Wands. The Three of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Wands. So this has to do with not being able to see what's coming, feeling blocked, feeling like the future is blocked. Queen of Wands. Six of Cups in reverse, bad memories of the past, bullies. Yeah, it could even be a very bullying energy, all right, around you. Like someone, like I said, they want to like bully you into making yourself smaller. What's interesting though, look, is that the past and the future is both in the reverse. This is the past, this is the future. Why are they both in the reverse? Why is somebody blocking the past and blocking the future? It's like they're trying to keep you what? Trapped right in the right now, trapped right now in the present. That's very strange. I'm going to see what that's about. Hold on. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? The Knight of Wands in reverse. The Eight of Cups. And the King of Pentacles. Let's see. I'm just going to clarify a little bit more. Okay. Ace of Swords reverse. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's this feeling of I need to protect myself. I need to defend myself. I'm under attack. I'm like backed up against the wall. I can't give up. I have to keep going. But against the lies, it's the same energy again. The Empress. Yeah, it's like feeling like you have to prove who you are, or have to prove that, prove yourself against the lies, which, like I said, I don't feel like you're in this energy of like, I need to prove myself. If anything, it feels like you're annoyed that it's almost being, how should I say, like discounted or disregarded or not taken into account. It's like, I actually don't feel like I need to prove myself anymore. All right. I feel like I've done it enough. That's kind of the vibe, right? Okay. So what are these lies about here? Date. Meeting someone new. Planning, setting a date. Dating. Lies about dating someone new. Lies about planning a date. Or dates. Like dates and times. Unsure of the future. Thinking about you, yearning. Unsure of the future. What's that about? A separation. An Ace of Pentacles. Setting a date. So we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, but the Ace of Pentacles is in the upright. This has to do with somebody being unsure of the future when it comes to some sort of an opportunity, a blessing, a financial investment, a gift of some sorts, okay? Some sort of new money. An Emperor in the reverse. And I feel like this Emperor in the reverse is the cross-examiner energy, all right? It's like this unrelenting, power-hungry person that's trying to make you feel small, okay? So who is this person? A wealthy man. And what is their objective here? So, see, there is a person around. I knew that there was. What does this Emperor in the reverse want? This is someone that has money, or they're a boss, or they only care about money, all right? They're a wealthy person who rules with fear and intimidation. Yeah, okay, power hungry. They want control. They could have a big ego. This has to do with a choice to overcome poverty, a choice to come out of poverty, a choice to come out of lack or abandonment or even feeling alone. Yeah, this is someone that wants to make you feel like you're all alone. Like you're alone. You have no one. Nobody's going to come to your rescue, okay? No one's going to help you out. So what do they want? What's this objective about here? It's about an Ace of Pentacles. So this person, I guess they don't like that you have some sort of a new blessing coming in, a new opportunity, a new, this could be money, okay, a new job, whatever it is. They don't like that you have this coming in. So so it's something about you coming out of a hard time, or you coming out of poverty, lack, okay, overcoming hardship. So what does that have to do with you or the collective feeling like you need to constantly defend yourself towards this person. You're under a lot of, the Four of Swords, you're under a lot of scrutiny from this person, I feel, okay? Four of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles. What is it that they want? It's like they don't, the Eight of Swords in reverse. But is this what they're, hold on. The Knight of Cups. It's something about, look, like, just like the card here, okay? She says, my soul informs me of every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. And even in when I was reading it, right? The Knight of Cups is all about your heart, following your heart's desire, living through compassion, okay? And in the card, it said something about that's what liberates, right? That's the Eight of Swords in reverse. So you following your heart is what's going to liberate you, or that's what is liberating you, all right? Is that you continue to move out of your heart space, out of an empathetic nature, okay? You're just your natural state. You just continue to be who you are, your authentic energy, okay? So is this what they're trying to break? Is this what they're coming after? This is what they're trying to break down about you? Because I do feel like somebody's trying to break your psyche in some sort of a weird way, all right? Trying to make you feel like you have to defend yourself. But the question is, like, again, what is it that they're after here? Like, what is the intent? The Seven of Swords in reverse. The intent is exposure. The Nine of Swords. It's to get you. This is what I mean. It's like they're trying to get you scared or feel intimidated for speaking your truth and exposing things, all right? So you're exposing things, you're talking about things, you're speaking your truth, and it's like they want you to feel scared of doing it. It's like trying to silence someone because you keep talking, all right? So this is where this cross-examination energy is coming in. It's like they're trying to make you feel intimidated so that you don't speak up or you don't speak your truth, okay? They're trying to make you feel scared, nervous, and that's a big part of this helplessness, right? It's like if you feel alone and helpless, like no one's going to believe you, or no one is going to take your side, or, you know, somebody's after you for speaking up. It's like, you know, there's a reason why, like, let's just take this example of this court case situation. There's a reason why some witnesses refuse to testify. And this Emperor in the reverse energy is giving me that kind of a person. It's like trying to scare someone into speaking up and saying the truth. So they feel like, I guess, if they keep lying about you and keep making you feel like they want to keep you on a hamster wheel. Like, it's almost like they're trying to tire someone out, all right? Like, by keeping you on the hamster wheel, by continuously questioning you, cross-examining you, keeping you in this loop of like, I need to defend myself to these lies and I have to do this. It's almost like they're trying to tire you out to the point where you throw in the towel because it's annoying. And I feel like whoever you are, you might actually, like, it gets close sometimes because you're like, this is so fucking annoying. Okay? You know, it's almost like you just cleared this thing up and then they come with the next lie and you're like, when does it end, right? And the thing is, like, as long as this person's around, it's never going to end because that's what they're after. They want to, like, force you into going away, basically. Like, be quiet, okay? Stop talking. So we'll get some advice on that afterwards, but they want you to feel like you're trapped, okay? And the Five of Wands in reverse is, I feel like, throwing in the towel. Like, they want to make you feel like it's not worth the fight. Like you speaking up and speaking your truth and defending yourself against all these lies, they almost want to make you feel like it's not worth the fight. Okay? So that is the motive. Okay? So if you feel this way, that's what they're after. It's like they want you to feel this way. Okay? Like it's just not worth the fight to just keep defending yourself over and over again. The King of Cups. The Ace of Swords. The truth. Speaking the truth. The Eight of Coins. Mastery, okay, about work, about a job, career. What is that about? The truth. A child. It's about your innocence. I don't feel like this is an actual child. I feel like this has to do with innocence. Yeah. And that's what I mean. It's like you're the one that feels like you've been victimized. You're on this stand. You're coming forward as a victim. You're trying to testify your case. You're trying to speak up. And this is just the energy, right? Just take it how it is, right? But this person is like, you know, they're trying to find holes in your story. And they're trying to, you know, it's really giving me like, let's say it's like I don't mean to trigger anyone, okay? I'm sorry if I trigger you with this, but I'm trying to find a good example to use. It's like, let's say you were a victim of SA, okay? And this is the kind of cross-examiner that's now trying to find holes in your story. It's like, well, were you drunk? Well, maybe you did consent. What were you wearing that night? Maybe you wanted it too. It's like, you know, that's what I'm getting here. It's like you're trying to tell the truth, and then you have someone that keeps trying to like undermine your story, all right? It's a really nasty energy. I gotta be honest. So what's the Seven of Wands? The Nine of Cups, defending your happiness, all right? Or it's about you being sure about who you are and how you feel, being very content with yourself. Okay, Nine of Cups speaks of how you feel about yourself, how you feel internally, all right? Your happiness, okay? Your desires. The Lovers and the Queen of Cups. So this could have to do with a relationship, defending a relationship. What's that about? Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, an epiphany. Sudden change, shocking news, an epiphany about defending oneself, about defending a relationship. Okay. The Snake in reverse. No competition, no enemy, no, someone's not being clever. You're not trying to be clever. You're not malicious. You're not a snake. Somebody is not a snake. Somebody's not in competition, or you're not going to compete, all right? What is that about? Oh God, Six of Wands reverse. Yes. Trying to make you feel defeated, deflated, all right? Or ruin your reputation, or make you feel like, you know, publicly embarrassed, shamed, all right? And this is even like using what happened to you against you to shame you with it. And that's what I mean. It's like with the example that I use. It's like someone, you're trying to explain what happened and they're like, well, maybe you wanted it too. Well, maybe, what were you wearing? Well, maybe you came on to them. Well, maybe you weren't drunk, or, you know, something like that. It's like they're trying to make you feel bad for what happened to you. They're trying to make you feel like, what? Like ashamed, like you have to be ashamed of what happened to you. Like you're a victim of something, but someone's trying to make it seem like you have to be ashamed. You have to feel bad. Okay? You have to, you know, hang your head in shame and feel embarrassed. That's such a, like, someone here, I mean, really. So if you've been feeling this way, I feel like this message is coming out for you to let you know that this is a pretty heavy projection. Don't take on energy of what someone else, how they want you to feel, okay? The King of Wands. Now, I don't know if this is the person that's doing this or if this is you, all right? Take it how it goes. The Queen of Cups. Okay. Why is that here? Boat. Receiving what you need, progressing, arriving, moving on. Receiving what you need, progressing, arriving, moving on. What do you mean? High Priestess in reverse. The Ten of Cups and the Four of Cups. Not listening to your intuition, or somebody's not listening to their intuition. Something about feeling misunderstood by family, or feeling a sense of rejection from family. Okay, so this could be something that you've felt before. Like it's giving me like a feeling from the past as well, which I mean, like I said, it's not something that necessarily has to be true right now, that you are helpless and nobody believes you, right? But maybe that's something that you have felt before, all right? Like a feeling of rejection, or a feeling like your family doesn't believe you, or your family doesn't. Why is that coming up? I feel like this has something to do with like childhood, or when you were younger. Why is that coming up? Because it's a pattern. Okay, a pattern of feeling burdened, or feeling like everything is on you, or feeling like there's a lot of weight on you, or feeling like something is just so much, feeling like you have to carry something all alone, feeling like you have to carry it by yourself, like you have to carry the weight of your mind, or the weight of your feelings, or the weight of the situation, almost like trying to talk to people about it, but they don't take you seriously, or they don't believe you, all right? It's like, this is something that you could have run into all your life. Like just this silence, this silent feeling within you of, I have to carry this by myself. I have to take care of this by myself. I have to carry this weight around me alone because nobody's going to come help me carry this. Okay. The King of Swords. And the Page of Wands, a message. What does this have to do with a message? Of being sad. A message of sadness, depression, grief over carrying a burden. But how does this tie in? Because of a leap of faith with a Queen of Cups. Because of a leap of faith and a Queen of Cups. A new beginning, taking a risk. A new beginning in love, or extending love towards someone, extending help. This is what I read. This is what I read. Again, it's, where is she? Tara is about aligning what moves us to tears with compassionate action. She's the push to do something, anything that might alleviate the suffering of others. In the process of taking action with love and from love, we also liberate ourselves. So you did this. That's what you did. You did that in the past. And you did it from a place of extending love to someone while at the same time carrying the weight of the pain and the sadness alone. Because I feel like that where that came from is, and this might sound a bit strange, okay, but it almost feels like being able to compartmentalize your own burden. So whoever you are, you're able to almost like compartmentalize what you feel or how it feels for you or the burden you feel. It's almost like you're allowed to you're able to turn it off in order to extend help somewhere else. Now, I don't feel like in the moment when you did this, when you helped someone else or when you extended yourself to someone else, you were thinking in the sense of liberating yourself. I feel like it was more about being able to see the injustices of the world and the suffering of others and being able to empathize with that because you know suffering. You know suffering as well. You know what it's like to feel alone. You know what it's like to feel like you're suffering alone and like you don't know how to do it alone. So you're able to then empathize with other people that might also feel that way or that you feel like need your help. Okay. The King of Wands comes out again. The Six of Wands. Something about having victory and success. Like there's something here that's just not sitting right with me. And I feel like, that again, it's this energy of this cross examiner. The one where you're trying to say, look, this is how I am. This is who I am. This is just who I am. This is how I am. This is how I operate. This is why I did this. This is why I helped this person. And I'm able to help this person because I know struggle and I know suffering. And I'm able to carry that burden because I've been carrying this burden alone all my life. All right. I don't dump this burden on other people. I'm used to having to carry it alone, but I can also recognize in other people if they're carrying a burden that's too heavy for them. Right? And it's like someone here is questioning your motives. And that's where I feel like it's like annoying because it's like, I don't feel like I have to explain myself to you. Okay. And I feel like you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You are who you are. And it's just annoying. At some point it gets annoying, feeling like somebody's constantly questioning your character when it should be obvious. It's like, you know, it's like there's like a, where is it? It's like this. It's like, look, here's the box, right? And you're saying to this person, yeah, this box is red and it has a goddess on the front. And they're like, well, are you sure? Could you explain this color to me? Are you sure that's really red? Are you sure? I mean, I'm kind of seeing a hint of purple in there. And you're like, no, it's red. Well, I don't know. I mean, are you really sure? Did you really unpack this? Are you sure you're not colorblind? Are you sure you did it this way? How long have you had that box? When did you even buy that box? Is that box even yours? You asked me what the box, the color is, what's on it. I told you what's on it. Well, are you sure? You know, it's that energy. It's like something should be quite obvious, but they're trying to make it complicated, more complicated than what it needs to be, okay? So at some point, I feel like you are at this point, you're at like, well, why don't you look at the box yourself and then you'll see what's on it? Why do you keep asking me to explain what the box is? Why don't you look at it? All right, I'm getting tired of having to explain it to someone that can see it, okay? That's the energy. So tell me about this 3 of Wands reverse, 6 of Cups reverse here. The Wheel of Fortune. That's so interesting because it's like I said, the future is blocked, or that's how it feels, and the past is blocked, or they're both in reverse. It's like somebody's trying to keep you, what, in the present, or they're trying to block you off from the past, from the future. But the Wheel of Fortune is here. The 10 of Swords in reverse. There's no painful ending. Yeah, there's no painful ending. It's almost like they're trying to... It's like they're trying to keep you in the middle. Like, how should I say this? Like, I just saw, God, what is that toy? It's like a child's toy with like 2 sticks and a string in the middle, and then you've got like this plastic thing on it that you like wind it up, and then you can like launch it in the air. All right. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but like I just saw that. It's like the past and the future, and it's like somebody, there's no betrayal here. There's no ultimate betrayal. There's no painful ending. There's nothing that you did. There's something that you survived though, or there's something that you're coming out of, right? Or there's something that they can't like penetrate in your energy, yet they're trying to keep you in the middle and keep you like riled up and blocked right there where you are, so that it's almost like so you can't escape, or you can't like fly or something like that. It's like they're trying to keep you there long enough to poke a hole in you or something like that. But the Wheel of Fortune is here. The Sun in reverse. So the truth doesn't come out, okay? The 6 of Wands. Victory and success. Because you will be victorious, because you're the victor, because you're the winner, or you're going to win, or you're victorious, or you're going to be seen in a good light. It's almost like they're trying to dim your light, right? It's like you are the 6 of Wands. You know that you are, and not out of ego or out of pride, but it's like it's something that you feel like you don't have to prove, right? You know who you are, and you know that you're a good person, and you know that God knows it too, okay? Because God sees your heart, right? And it's like this person, I feel like there are people that see you in a good light as well, or they look up to you, or they see you as, you know, a leader, or they appreciate you. There's appreciation here, right? And it's like this someone here, they don't want you to shine. They don't want the good qualities to be seen. They don't want anyone to praise you or appreciate you or look up to you. It's like, you know, and like I said, cross-examiner kind of energy. Instead of you being praised, this is very, like smear campaign-esque, right? It's like, instead of being praised as the person that comes out and speaks the truth and has the courage to say what happened to you, and like it's like that smear campaign against you that tries to diminish you. And it's kind of like that woman, Virginia, that came out and was, she expressed what happened to her. Something like that, right? Yeah, it's like they need to get you stuck long enough. So I'm talking about Virginia. I'm talking about the lady that came out and talked about Prince. I don't want to say it. No, I don't want anyone to like flag my video. But she had a picture taken of herself with a pretty prominent, wealthy man when she was underage, and something mysteriously ended up happening to her after a smear campaign. So anyways, that's kind of the energy, right? So this person is trying to get you stuck here, stuck in a bad situation, so that they can get off, right? They can leave something behind. And this stuck energy is that energy of what I'm saying. It's like this toy. It's like trying to wind you up and keep you stuck right there, stuck long enough so that their defendant gets off, right? Yeah. This is something like as old as time, I want to say, really. It's like so much changes with humanity and with evolvement, but people kind of, the way people are, the way people act, it kind of always stays the same, right? So let's see, what's the Seven of Pentacles? The Seven of Swords. Yeah, somebody lying, cheating, stealing, and trying to get away with it. Again, 7-7. Now we have 7-7-7 here. Death in reverse. They can't end something. There was no ending. There's no permanent ending, or somebody doesn't want to face an ending. What's that about? Death in reverse. Devil at the bottom. High honor in reverse. Yeah, something illegal going on here. Something illegal going on. There's a criminal, there's a crook, there's a liar, a deceiver, a manipulator. A message of concern. What's the message of concern about? The Knight of Pentacles. A plan, a strategy. A plan, a strategy. It's a message of concern for someone that's been doing something illegal and corrupt and trying to get away with it. Because they feel like they can't get away with it. Ten of Pentacles. No, this Knight of Pentacles is the cross-examiner, all right? Whoever that person is. And it's like the cross-examiner is like a defense attorney. It's like someone trying to defend the criminal by shooting a bunch of shit at your head, right? To help the criminal get away with something. Because they feel like they can't get away with something. The Page of Cups. The Ace of Wands. Something about being innocent and taking action. Something about innocent action. Or something about action that was taken. Something about innocence. What is that about? Innocence here. Adjudication. Yeah, this is all about who's innocent. And it reminds me of like a quote I heard one time, which is like, in the courtroom with a judge, sometimes it's not about who's innocent, who's guilty. It's about who tells the better story. Like, let that sink in. I mean, that's justice, really. Okay, who can tell the better story? But that's what I feel like is going on here. It's like somebody's trying to tell the better story in order to make you intimidated by them, or I don't know. Trying to win, that's for sure. Karmic relationship, text, calls, emails, triggers, turmoil, resentment, conversing more, meeting and conversing more, meeting and conversing, talking about triggers, about turmoil and resentment. So I feel like what they're trying to bring up and throw in your face is like you being triggered by something, or you having some sort of turmoil towards someone, or feeling resentment towards someone. This is so classic. I'm telling you. Okay, exactly. It's like you are the victim. You're sitting there saying, this person did this to me at this time and date. And they're trying to say, well, maybe you're making all that up because you're resentful. That's the argument. This is classic defense attorney shit. Classic. It really is. It's like trying to discredit you as the victim. All right. It's like let's say, like, it's giving me like, you're just a disgruntled employee. You weren't really essayed. You just are resentful towards that person and you want to get back at them. You're lying about this accusation because you have resentment towards them. That's what this is. It's literally just trying to discredit you and what you're saying and making it into something of, you're not the innocent one. You're coming forward as the victim, but actually you're not innocent in this. That's what this is. And what they're doing is trying to, and this is not, I feel like for all of you guys, or most of you guys, it is not a court case. Like, this is not actually going on as a court case, but that's the energy of it, right? It's like they want to almost like pound into you and intimidate you and make you feel a certain way so that you don't testify or that you don't speak up and speak your truth. It's like they're trying to like punch into you so that you back down or you submit or, something like that. They want you to walk away from something. They want you to just give up and walk away. And the Knight of Wands in reverse, I feel like this person is really putting in everything they have. Like, they're putting in a lot of force and energy into making their client, or if they're whoever they're defending, making this person look innocent and trying to turn it over on you. And you're left feeling like you have to constantly defend yourself against stuff. And it's like you're sitting there going like, why am I defending myself? Why is that person not being looked at and questioned? And it's this Emperor in the reverse. Who is this King of Pentacles? A Hierophant. Yeah, they're trying to switch it around. They're trying to switch around who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, or who's the villain, who's the victim, or, trying to switch around the story, or, the Hierophant. The Magician. Yeah, it's all about creating a narrative, creating a story. This is that, it's like trying to reverse the truth and, what's it called? Darvo. The Chariot. The Nine of Pentacles. This has to do with abundance, money, career, independence. Okay. The Eight of Swords in reverse. And being freed from liberation, being freed from imprisonment, liberation. But I feel like in this case, being freed from liberation, being freed from liberation, being freed from imprisonment, right? Or the liberation in this case is about them trying to liberate the criminal. They're trying to get the criminal out of prison. The Tower, yeah. That's why so much attention is on you. That's why that's why you're under the microscope. That's why you're being picked apart. That's why you're constantly being looked at. Everything that you say, everything that you do. That's why it's not because you're the criminal. It's because this person is trying to defend the criminal. You get what I'm saying? They're trying to cross-examine you and they're trying to pick you apart and like they're trying to free someone else that did something to you. That's this person. The Tower. The King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands keeps coming out over and over again. Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah. Because I guess if they don't do this, then they're the one that is stuck. All right. Then they're the ones that are stuck. Or this is the person that's stuck. Or whoever that is. Or this is the one that's coming up with this story about you being triggered or or that this is only out of resentment, right? Maybe this is the person that's saying that maybe this is who you're accusing. Maybe this is the person that you've accused of something. And their defense here is you're only saying this to them out of resentment. Yeah, that's classic. What else are they going to defend themselves with, right? What else are they going to use to defend their actions? So they're trying to pull the card of, oh, this is a resentment. You're only trying to get back at them for something, right? It's them trying to discredit you and what you went through and what you had to endure with this person. So I feel like, look, if you're going to be someone that comes out and speaks the truth and tells people the truth and says, what is going on? It's like my words are, I keep saying the wrong thing. And I feel like that's what they're trying to maybe get you to do as well, is like they're trying to make you mix words or make you come out as being confusing, come off as being confusing. It's like they're trying to twist the words around in your mouth, all right? Because what I was going to say is, if you're going to be someone that takes that step, right, what your heart compels you to do. So that's the thing. It's the complete opposite. Whatever action you took here against this person, it didn't come from a place of resentment or wanting to get back at them or feeling triggered or something like that. It came from your heart, from actually having an open heart and having a heart that's so open that it compels you to do something about it because whatever this person did, look, you know that you're not the first person that suffered because of them, and you know that you're not going to be the last. You know that if you don't say something, this person is going to go on to do this to other people. Okay? So that's where most whistleblowers, I say, okay, or victims of crime or victims of really bad situations, all right, that's where you feel like you want to speak up and say something, and not out of resentment, but because you want to stop this bad pattern of behavior, right? It's like you might want to make sure that no one has to go through what you went through, or that, in the hopes that maybe if you say something, it can stop someone from doing something to someone else in the future. It's like, that this person, like I said, you're not the first, and you're definitely not going to be the last. And if you have it in your power, I guess you can say, to step up and say something to maybe bring justice, not just to you, but to other people before you that didn't speak up, that were maybe scared to speak up, intimidated to speak up, and to make sure that it never happens to anyone else again, that's coming from a place of what your heart is compelling you to do, which is having compassion and empathy for other people as well. Because it's like, even if you get away from this person and you might never see them again, just the thought of them walking around and doing this to other people is something you don't want to think about. Even if you don't know these people, and you're not probably never going to meet the people that they meet after you, right? It's like you have compassion for them because you know what this person is capable of doing. You know what they're going to go on to do to other people. And it's like you want to maybe indirectly be able to help to stop this. To stop that. And that like I said, that comes from what your heart compels you to do. Which is like, wow, this person really did something horrible to me. I know they've done horrible things to other people. There has to be a way to bring justice to the situation to make sure that they can't do this to others. And that does not come from resentment or turmoil or wanting to get revenge. That comes from the complete opposite energy, which is love and compassion and empathy for others, and knowing that this person is capable of bad things. And you just don't want to see that happen to anyone else if you can be the one to speak up, right? And speaking up can be scary. It can be scary because you don't know what's going to happen to you afterwards, especially if you're dealing with someone like this that you know is going to come after you, and you know they're going to pick you apart, and you know that they're going to throw everything at you to get you silenced. And that's exactly what this is. Right? It's like you might have known going into this whole mess that this was going to be a dangerous, tricky situation. Okay? So people like this, they don't want to be exposed. And it's you have to go into it knowing that if you speak up, it's going to be a bumpy ride. All right? And of course, they want to make you feel like no one's going to believe you. You're all alone. You're helpless. They have the upper hand, of course, because they want to get away with what they did. And they want to go on to fuck over other people after you. And they also want to make you look bad in the process because you're the one that spoke up. It's a classic smear campaign kind of a thing. All right. So I feel like the message today really is to keep doing what your heart compels you to do. And if your heart tells you to speak up and speak the truth about something that happened to you, okay, to seek help from others, all right, like authority, okay, if you say, I feel like I need to say something to someone, I feel like I need to expose something to someone because my heart is telling me that what this person did was wrong, okay, or I'm scared that they're going to go on and do this to someone else, or, you know, if your heart tells you that you have to speak truth, then that's what you're going to do. And whatever you did here, that's where it came from. All right. It's from seeing that you had to carry a big burden. You've been carrying a burden alone for a long time. You've been carrying a lot of sadness. All right. But you know how to carry this burden. You also know how it feels to feel like people don't understand you or people don't believe you. Okay. Or a little bit of helplessness. But that doesn't diminish the fact that you see when other people need help. Okay, you see when other people need help, or, you know, if you can do some kind of good in the world. And in that case, it's like the Oracle book said, and now I'm getting why this card is actually so significant. Being able to see the injustices and see the suffering maybe caused by one specific person. Okay, and even if that means helping others, that's how you can liberate yourself. And in that case, it's, I want to help others by making sure this person doesn't ever hurt anyone again. That doesn't come from resentment. That comes from empathy and care for humanity. All right, because what are these, you know, anybody, like I said, anybody that speaks truth and puts their life on the line, or their reputation on the line, or their career on the line, to come out and, you know, expose things or post things, or, you know, speak up about things, or, you know, whistle blow on something, you think that those people don't know that they have now put a target on their back? They're not doing that out of resentment. They're doing that because they feel like these are things that need to be exposed, and they want to make sure it never happens to anyone again. All right? They're not doing it for themselves, because if anything, speaking out like this, you're not doing that for yourself. You just made yourself an even bigger target. All right? You know that this person's going to come after you and try to, you know, intimidate you and scare you and maybe even threaten you, you know that this person is dangerous. So how did you help yourself with that? You didn't. These kind of people, they speak up because they want to help others. They want to make sure other people know about these practices, or know about this company, or know about what the government's doing, or know about these. That's the thing. It's about making sure it doesn't happen to anyone else. All right. So, all right. So with that being said, guys, yeah, there is a cross-examiner energy here. There definitely is. They do want you to feel like you constantly have to defend yourself. They are constantly coming up with lies because that is meant to defend themselves. And that's how you just have to see it. Okay? So I hope this message helps you guys. I hope it reaches who it was meant to reach. All right? I hope it gives you guys some new strength. All right? And thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye.